Right then, so this time around we're going to be doing something slightly different. So, long story short, I briefly had a comic book store on eBay, which I then decided to close up in the early part of 2025 when the new rules and whatever came into force. And for a number of years, I've actually been attending various comic book conventions as a collector myself. And for the first time this year, I'm going to be setting up shop as a comic book seller. And one of the issues that I will have up for sale is Ninja High School Swimsuit 2001, which I picked up back in the day in the bargain bin, and some point in 2002, if memory serves correct. These series of videos aren't actually critique videos about the stories or whatever material contained within, but rather are, how should I say, a chance to let people, collectors mainly, see the condition of the book before they actually decide to buy anything. So yeah, you will be able to view this video at the convention, so you'll get to see the interior of the book before you can make any major decision on whether or not you want to actually buy it. So there is some surface level dirt on the front and back cover. Unfortunately, it is hard to capture unless you put it next to either natural sunlight or any type of light actually. But that's, like I said, surface level dirt, which very rarely manages to show itself. Oh, hold up. Oh no, wait a minute. Here we go. Here, sort of like dirt. And I have tried various methods of trying to remove this surface level dirt off the covers, but so far haven't really succeeded. There was one technique involving using oh god, now what the hell do you call them? Oh man, those are little cotton white balls. You use them sometimes to remove nail polish. Okay, I forget what they're called now, but yeah. So apart from the surface level dirt, as you can see, the back and front covers are in pretty good condition. This is what the spine of the book looks like. And there we go. And so now, also, just a little side note, I was originally just going to cut this book up actually and sell off various individual pages, but then I decided to go into Key Collector Comics and found out that this book is actually commanding not exactly extremely high price, but is sought after item mainly due to the early work of a guy called Dan Mendoza. I'm not familiar with that guy. Actually, I'm not familiar with most of the artists that made a name for themselves in the 2000 period, because by that point I stopped collecting comics and had moved on to other things. But for me personally, I'd let this go at around about £20. I don't see why I need to charge 30 to 40 for it, or even 50, as some other people are. But here we go. Here is the contents page. As you can see, Dan Mendoza, show off. And so primarily it's more, yeah, mini stories and artwork. Oh. Hold on. Well, I've got to find a better way of doing this. So as you can see, for a comic book that's been lying in a box, this one is in remarkably excellent condition. There are no stains, no yellow pages, no rips, no tears. Not like some of the other comic books which have been, what do we call it, languishing. in the well, boxes and stuff of that nature. So what I am actually going to do now is shut up and just let you guys take in the condition of the interior and see for yourself. Okay, it's pretty boring doing things in a very, very silent manner, but I'm not exactly sure exactly how much more commentary I can give on this. Go on. What the hell? What the hell's happening? Ah, God damn it. Jeez. That's what you get when you have summer heat. You have bugs, spiders, and all sorts flying all over the place, trying to attack you. But again, as you can see, for something that's been lying in a box, this has got all of its pages in excellent condition. So the only minor problem with the book would be the surface level dirt, which again, like I said, you aren't able to properly see. But other than that, everything else puts this book in the high grade quality. But as I've mentioned before, I'm not like all the other collectors. I wouldn't actually charge a super high price for this, even though it features the early work of Dan Mendoza. That's what's actually going to separate me from the vast majority of other guys selling at this convention, which is being held by Bolt Events on the 23rd of August of this year. And it is the Coventry Comic Con. Bolt Events do a whole bunch of Comic Cons scattered all over. And rather than set up shop at one of the big ones, I decided that it would be a far better idea to start off with a smaller con to see whether or not there would be any interest from some people to, buy what I'm selling. That's not the only thing I have. I have a whole bunch of other stuff, including these Spawn figures. I believe I mentioned them before. I will be doing a detailed video showing more of them. But hey, that's all for the moment.